Bro, we got DeMar DeRozan's preferred trade destinations on the docket. Now, apparently DeMar is looking to go to the New York Knicks or the Miami Heat. Those are his preferred trade destinations. My question doesn't have as much to do with DeMar's preferred destinations because I think, right, we've kind of touched on those and like, I don't want nobody from the Knicks, so who cares at the end of the day? My question is, should the Bulls really look to accommodate DeMar and Zach Lavine for some like, we're going to be a reputable organization that people are going to want to come to if I send you to the team that you want to go to, but they get the short end of the stick on the deal?
Not only should they do it,
Bulls have always got the short end of the stick. That ain't gonna change.
Pause.
They don't get the short end of the stick to me. And I'll go into why, but I want to get the other guys. I want to get the other fellas, thoughts. But they don't get the short end of the stick trading DeMar to any one of those teams for who's available and what his contract is.
I think you get the short end of the stick because you tie yourself to a player that you may not want long term.
JC, what you got?
No, I feel the same way. I don't think that. Well, look, if it's Miami, I just want to make sure that they get somebody good back. Because I saw a few reports myself that if he goes to Miami, then obviously we're talking about the same people we've been talking about.
Hey, you're not getting Jaime Hawkins. I tell you that much. That boy a hooping right now.
Solid,
Boy, Jaime
Tyler Hero.
Hey, I looked at his game. I was like, "Gag, I gotta stop clowning him. He actually hooping."
Hey, bro, they're insane though. They're insane. This man, he said he's embracing his. He said he's embracing his nickname. I had to go look up the nickname, bro.
I don't want to.
Man, this got to be the most racist thing I've ever heard in my life because his name doesn't have Juan in it, bro. They calling this man Juan Wick. His name doesn't have Juan in it, bro. Bro, this man at no point is Juan, bro. Bro, I went to not unless he hiding a name, maybe he ain't put a name out there. But I went to my man's Wikipedia page to be like, are you telling me all I got is Jaime Jaquez Jr.? That's all I got.
My name is Jeff.
Fam, that was crazy to me when I saw that, bro. Juan Wick was insane, though. But anyway, go ahead with y'all points on should they accommodate him.
I'm sorry, that threw me all the way off.
Fam, that's crazy, bro. Juan Wick is insane.
Oh, that's so racist.
I'm not trying to laugh at that. I'm not trying to laugh.
That culture. But no, yeah. To my other point, I think DeMar, if he goes to New York, then RJ Barrett. I don't think anybody on the Knicks is not valuable. I think RJ Barrett. I want him back. But yeah, that those are the only two people that I see. But as far as him getting anything of value, no, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like I'm kind of torn behind the idea of feeding them what they want in terms of trading them to where they want to go, as opposed to doing what's best for the organization.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. You don't want to be known as that cheap franchise that's only looking out for you, guys that's played for you, that's sweat, blood, and tears for you. But I mean, we're not talking about like superstar high level players here. That's Dame Lillard, who's been there for 7-8 years, who's giving it all to the franchise. If Giannis said that, different. If Dame said that, different. They've been there their whole career since they've been drafted. Yeah. But with DeMar, you just got here 3 years ago, and I get it. He's a great ambassador. He's a great teammate, great mentor, great leader. But honestly, I don't know, man. Honestly, if I can get a good package, bro, and if it's sending you to Portland.
Bro, listen, and I think you hit the nail on the head for me. I love DeMar. I love Zach. I'm not gonna lie. In my mind, in my heart, what I really want to happen is a magical point guard floats down from the heavens and we figure out how to make it work. I really like both of these guys, and I like having them on my team. But
those knees come alive.
Hey, bro, you know what I mean? Like Lonzo, just give me Lonzo's knees and put them in Derrick Rose, and he gets traded back. Here we go. We back in, baby.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
If I could just add this, I think one, he deserves it because out of all the vets that we have on the team, DeMar was the one that we saw actually work out with the young guys. So DeMar was the one we saw take P. Will on. Now, if P. Will took that.
Hey, they all got worse. Hey, every vet that worked out with this man got worse. All the ones that was like, nah, I'm going to stay home, got better.
Kobe White got better.
Kobe, yeah.
Kobe White got better.
With him.
Ayo got better. Ayo got better. No, Patrick Williams is the one that we wanted to take the leap. That he didn't take the leap, but
Kobe White did not go out. Kobe White did not go out to LA with him. Kobe White was here with dribble too much.
Yeah, I get you. But it's
the year he went out there with DeMar got worse. He spent this offseason on his own. He looked better.
They say that they put in a lot of work with DeMar. And so I give them credit for that. Now, what that actually looks like on film, I don't care. I just know that I heard their name with DeMar more than I heard it with Zach.
100%.
And when it comes down to that, there's a veteran that comes into your team who actually embraces those young guys, tries to get them confidence. Whether it works out or not is different, because there's a lot of other things that come into it, coaching, how they're played, stuff like that. But like, I saw him really take on a vet role and really try to ingratiate himself within the city. And so because of that, because you did your job and you were trying to do the best of your ability, I think if it's something palatable, they do owe it to him to try to put him in a situation where you can go contend while we're rebuilding. And I think the Miami Heat would be good, because while we're looking at the Miami Heat, what are they, 10-5, 10-6? They just had a good game against Indiana. I think that game went like 140 something or whatever it was.
Hey, no matter who you playing, if you play Indiana, defense out the window, bro.
It's a crapshoot, baby. That's that ball in the air. By the way, Obi Toppin with another 25-point game. Anyway, just throw that out there. Anyway, that being said, though,
did he really?
Yeah, he did. Just to score 25.
Did he really?
You know what I wish, man?
Hey, not bad. Good stuff.
Anyway, but the main point is,
he said he's topping them off.
And that's
we're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut this line short. The point I was trying to make
where's that music
that's
at?
not
That's
involved topping right now for some odd reason.
All right, let's get back to it.
The one player that you don't see in some of these games because of injury and other things is Tyler Hero. And Tyler Hero has a $27 million contract. DeMar has 28.5, 28.9 this season. You take him and one other player, I would say Hightower or whatever his name is, that someone that makes a meal or two, you have yourself a fair trade. And I don't mind the Bulls tying themselves to someone who, before he got hurt, was a younger player, averaging 20, high elite three-point shooter by many people's metric. And that's exactly what we need on this team, especially if you go lean, go with Vooch being the number one guy, potentially stuff like that, playing inside out. You could use a shooter like him. And it's a win-win for both teams. So I think that works out perfectly. And that would be something that you definitely should consider if you want to do right by DeMar.
I think first off, I actually don't think DeMar's going to get traded. I really don't. I think that AK is the reason that they said we want to see what happens after we trade Zach is because it's not we want to see who's calling. It's we want to see what this team does after we trade Zach. Mm-hmm. Like, I really believe like DeMar might be a trade deadline move at the earliest. Right? Like I really believe that AK is going to try and get something done with DeMar where he keeps him here, signs him to a contract. Like, I don't know that I don't have no insight on it at all. It's just this is this style of GM's MO. He's big on continuity. He's big on keeping guys together. He's a continuity. His philosophies aren't going to change because this iteration of it didn't work. Yeah, I mean, like all of a sudden he's not going to go, I don't want to keep guys together. I think that he's going to move Zach Lavine. DeMar DeRozan may get moved. And I think DeMar's going to end up going to wherever he wants to go. And let's be real. You wait till after January 15th, because you know the Clippers are calling. The Clippers want everybody over 35 that they can get on their team just in the starting lineup. They want to put DeMar on the bench with Russell Westbrook. And they doing nothing but shooting mid-range jumpers the whole game. They got the king of the mid-range added to that team. But logically, there are a lot of things that I can tell you the Bulls should do.
Hey, I could see Philly coming for DeMar.
I can see Philly trying to make a play. I think DeMar has a market where a lot of people want.
Not.
Oh, I can see it.
You want to know why?
Who would they give up?
Tyrese Maxey is
Tobias
baller.
Harris.
Joel Embiid is baller, and then you already have somebody that does what DeMar does. And what's his name?
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris. Yeah, there you go.
You want Tobias back for DeMar?
No, I'm
Tobias
just saying, like,
Harris
Tobias-
over me?
Tobias Harris he does exactly what they need him to do. I wouldn't make that trade at all.
Well, DeMar is sure in the clutch, man. Like, you know, they call him Mr. Fourth Quarter for a reason, man. Like, I could see them wanting that guy that's a closer, somebody that, you know, that can get them over the hump.
That's 2 years ago.
Hey, Tobias Harris.
We still calling him Mr. We still calling him Mr. Fourth Quarter. When
50% from the field.
Hey, we still calling him Mr. Fourth Quarter. When is the last time he looked like Mr. Fourth Quarter?
2 years.
I mean, that was a couple years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like, let's be 100% here.
A little bit.
Let's stop pretend like DeMar has just been magical in the fourth over these last couple of years. Heck, Alex Caruso's been magical. We're gonna start calling him Mr. Fourth Quarter and keep doing what he's doing.
You better call him what he is, Pat.
Mr. Magical with a headband. Oh, I was like, what is it? A white dude with a headband? No, I look at the DeMar. Hey, yo, he do look like Elmer Fudd,
bro. I don't care what nobody say.
Man, he looked like Mr. Noodle's brother, Mr. Noodle, bro. I swear. But at the end of the day, the thing for me with where this Bulls team is heading, and should they trade guys, should they move guys, should they trade guys, the teams that they want to be traded to is Damian Lillard wanted to go to Miami and said, I will not play for nobody else. Who y'all went to see last night?
Oh, Dame on
Dame on the Milwaukee Bucks. Zach Lavine and DeMar DeRozan can't scratch Damian Lillard's sneakers.
Not even close.
No.
And
now, DeMar DeRozan 10 years ago, yeah. DeMar DeRozan right now, I'm talking about. And so I think because of that, yes, there are all these things. These guys have both been great bets for the Chicago Bulls. But if Dame Lillard can come out and make demands and say, I'm not playing anywhere but Miami, and he's wearing a whole Milwaukee Bucks jersey and acting like this is the greatest city he's ever been traded to, it's the only city he's ever been traded to, so he ain't got many options out there. You're not safe. Nobody's safe. Yeah, I mean, like, nobody is safe on the I want to go where I want to go. Y'all can't make that demand no more. You know when Muzz can make that demand? When Kevin Durant said, trade me to Phoenix. And it didn't work out the first time and they got it done the second time. Like that's when you got to be that dude to make them demands.
Yeah.
Outside of that, your demands, and I almost like that owners are pushing back on this.
I do.
Because you were setting franchises back.
I like that part.
So far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you were trying to acquiesce to everything the player wants. I do think there needs to be a little bit of a give and take. Yeah, I mean, I think there needs to be some like, hey, this is my list of teams I want to go to. Can y'all work something out? If DeMar brings his list, I think AK should call those teams first. And if they're willing to give you something that's worth it, boom, let's get the deal done, send him where he wants to go. I don't think you don't try, which is what teams of old would do. But, bro, we've seen too many teams just basically cripple themselves to try and like accommodate the player who he was great for our city, so we're going to make him. No, I love what Portland did because Portland got back what they felt was the best value for them. Now, whether that value is going to end up being the best value for them.
Them boys, boy.
That's a very different story.